Okay, so could he take your punch?
Yeah.
What holes did you see in Kimbo Slice's strategy that you wanted to exploit?
Too slow. He's moving too slow, and Matt Mitrione is one of the fastest heavyweights I've ever come across. He's aggressive, he's strong as hell, and he's deceptively fast. Besides the fact that for some reason, I think he's got like extendo arms. Like he's got go-go gadget arms or something like that, because he can really punch you from across the ring. It doesn't make any sense. Like he's ridiculously fast, man. That dude is like, so Kimbo is just a little bit, he's just too slow. Like too slow, too stagnant, too predictable. This fight, Matt Mitrione, he could athletically outdo Kimbo in this fight.
He's also got that little bit of crazy that a fighter's got to have to go into the octagon, and he definitely wasn't scared of Kimbo Slice at all or intimidated.
No, not at all. Not at all.
All right, what would you say is more satisfying, getting a victory of your own or training someone else to reach their goals?
I mean, getting a victory of your own is always going to be awesome. It's always going to be awesome. Me winning a fight is always going to be great for me. But I've always wanted to be a teacher. I want to be a teacher, and I come from a family teacher. So if you can help somebody, if you can help someone to perform like well enough to where they can, like you can take them out of their comfort zone and show them that they are capable of doing all these great things. Like that's beyond awesome, man. If I can help somebody to become something that they didn't know that they could be, like that's great. That's amazing. That's perfect for me.
And that's really cool, man. UFC 115 coming up. Marco Flipovich. This is a big fight for you. What could you tell us about your strategy, and do you feel that this fight could propel you to a shot at the title?
My strategy for this fight is I mean, the strategy against like for any fight. Like I'm going there expecting the worst possible outcome. Just the worst case scenario is what I'm preparing for. And will this throw me to like close? It'll throw me closer to a title contention. But I'll be honest with you, man. The thought of a title fight is nowhere even in the realm of any thought that I have. Like I don't mind, man. I want to have fights. I want to win. I want to do well, get more experience. I want to build up. Do I want to fight Brock Lesnar tomorrow? No. Like you won't hear me calling out a wrestler anytime soon, man. I'm not thinking past this fight because for me, this is a title fight. For me and where I'm coming from, this is a title fight for me. Krokop, this dude is one of my heroes, man. I get to fight against this guy. I get to test myself against one of the greatest kickboxers in the world, one of the best strikers. He's like the best striker in MMA. I get to test myself against him. This is a title fight for me. This is my title fight.
This fight is really going to...
I win this fight, I'm going to come home, sit in the chair, and look out the window for like 2 years.
This fight is really kind of tailored to you as well. It's a kind of fight that you would like to fight because there's going to be a lot of stand-up in this fight. How do you feel that your kickboxing is going to match up against his?
I think it's going to be ridiculously explosive. This is going to one of us is going to get blasted with something like out of nowhere, man. This is definitely a fight that you shouldn't blink on, and I'm pretty sure that this isn't. I mean, Krokop has never attempted to take anybody down. I'm not attempting to take him down. I mean, you never know. If he hits me hard enough, you might see where my wrestling is right now, just to avoid that happening again. But this is the kind of match that I've always dreamed of. Like I said, I've always wanted to be the world's greatest kickboxer. So now we're just going to do it with really small gloves in an octagon. So I think it's going to match up great because there's not much that I can do that he's never seen before. But I do have a few up-to-date tricks that, up my sleeve, like one or two. Hopefully they work.
Well, we're definitely hoping to see another knockout of the night.
Yeah, me too.
Speaking of the titles, Shane Carwin versus Brock Lesnar, who are you picking, and who do you think you would match up better with?
I'll be honest, bro. Shane Carwin and Brock Lesnar are pretty much the same person to me. Like, those dudes it's just Brock's a little bit bigger. I mean, Shane Carwin is a really, really, really soft-spoken, nice guy. I hung out with him for like 30, 40 minutes just laughing and joking. Brock Lesnar I've never spoken to, but they're both the same person to me, man. So I want to fight whatever one I can beat. Like whatever one you think I can beat, I'll fight that one because I couldn't even try. I wouldn't even flip a coin on that one. Neither. I bet you I can outrun both of them. I'll tell you right now, if I had to fight either one of them, I can tell you exactly the game plan for the fight. Bell rings, I throw one jab and land it, and then run for 14 minutes and 55 seconds.
Well, okay. Well, we hope not to see you do that in the ring, but I mean, if it has to happen, then let's pray that you make it out on top.
Yeah.
Well, Pat, we know that you can put down some food. We've seen the videos on YouTube. What does a pre-fight meal look like for you?
Pepperoni pizza? I know everybody thinks that's absurd. A pre-fight meal. Oh, it must be spinach and cabbage and distilled water and vitamins and protein drinks and... Nah, man, pizza. You know why? Because that makes me happy. And Mike Tyson said himself, there's nothing more efficient than a happy fighter. My diet is probably the weakest part of my game. But at the same time, it's one of the best parts of my game, too. You can eat carrots and spinach and broccoli and water and have breathing techniques and all these fibers. And you know what? And I might be the most physically appealing guy visually to look at. We might even turn out to be the greatest in-shape guy of all time. But I'm mentally unhappy, man. I come from New Orleans. So that's all we do is eat. That's what we do for fun. Hey, what are you doing? Like eating. We do after that. We'll eat some more. Like, that's what I do for fun. Eating is my greatest, best pastime. So when I eat whatever I want, it makes me happy. Now, it might make me not so pretty to look at, but it puts me in a good place in the head. And when I'm in a good place in the head, man, I'm dangerous, but you got to watch out.
Okay, so do you have a favorite food that you can't eat during training?
That I can't eat?
Yeah.
No, I don't have
or that
you
eat?
I eat everything. It don't matter what it is. 2 in the morning, you got to go to the gas station and get the ice cream Snickers. Like, it don't. I'm everything. I do eat well. I do eat well because I cook a lot, but I'm not beyond. When I get in the car and start driving, I'll stop at McDonald's and get 7 barbecue snack wrappers, and I don't mind that.
Okay. Well,
I had leftover pizza for breakfast this morning before I went to practice.
Well, did you warm it up at least, or did you eat it cold?
Nah, man, cold pizza. Come on, man.
All right. The independent fans want to know that.
Yeah, when you warm it up, it takes too long, bro. Straight out the fridge to the mouth.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, we have fans of the show that that send us emails for questions, and we have a fan of yours, Tim McFedricks, is out there, and he wanted to ask a question. So he said, he watched a dozen of your videos, and he said that, as you stated earlier, that Crow Cop was a hero of yours, and that you have a poster of Crow Cop hanging on your wall. And he wants to know, will it be weird stepping in a cage with someone that you consider a hero, and will you be starstruck?
I'm absolutely going to be starstruck. Yes, this is absolutely weird. This is absolutely strange, and I'm absolutely 1,000% going to be starstruck. I don't think it's the second time I see him, but when I first see him, I'm going to scream. Like, I'm sorry. Like, when I first see him, I'm going to scream and have a fit, and I'm asking for his autograph, and even while fighting, I'm not going to look at him as a regular man, because he's not. The dude's not human. I mean, we're all men and we all fall down, but fear is what keeps me on edge. Fear is what keeps me, like, knowing that I've seen all 200 of his, highlight videos kicking people in the neck. Like, I don't want that to happen. So fear is what's going to keep me on my toes and keep my defense and offense 1,000%.
Definitely. I mean, and that's completely understandable. I mean, we've all seen this guy kick people in the head and put them down. So please stay on your toes out there.
Oh, you know it.
Now, our next question comes from Gary, our producer. He wants to know, any chance will we see you do the techno biking on your way down to the octagon?
No, sir. You will not.
No, sir.
This fight is such a big deal. I haven't had time to practice my dance moves, man.
Okay.
I've got to make sure I win this fight. I come out there doing techno biking, and that's kind of like not taking this fight too seriously. No way. Can't do it, man.
Absolutely. We appreciate that, Pat, and we want to thank you for your time and taking this interview with us over here at InDaClinch. You have our 100% support, and we wish you the best.
Thank y'all very much, man.
Wow.